everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man, so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk Football, Ladies Takeover. Ladies and gentlemen, we are super excited to do this show with you guys each week on Thursdays at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I am just super excited to have these dynamic ladies with me today. We got a heck of a show. But before we start the show, we got to go around and we got to say who we are so you guys know exactly who you're talking to, because these are people who really know the game. I am Janae Strother.
I am Kate Elverson.
Delilah Crespo.
Ashley Swinton.
Yes, and we are the Ladies Takeover. Let's Talk Football, the greatest game in America, ladies and gentlemen, as we can say, actually the world, in my opinion, the greatest game in the world. We got to get ready to start this show, but of course, I got to share this thing. Got to make sure people are watching. Make sure everybody knows that we are on here, that we are live.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Nate.
What's up, Nate?
Shout out to our first viewer.
Right, look, our boys in the building. Let's see. Gotta make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that we are. Boom. Gotta share it. Gotta make sure people are watching. Oh, turn my volume down. All right, let me share this thing. We got Anthony in the building. Anthony,
Hey.
We already know. We got all of our people. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. We are super excited. Man, it is going to be a great show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, come on. All right, this is shared on my page. I hope everybody is on here. Yes, we are starting the show, ladies and gentlemen. Get on up in here. I cannot wait to do this show with these beautiful ladies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Delilah, we got to go ahead and start out with the biggest news. Ash, Katie, this is intense. There's big news that is dropping today, right now. Breaking news. Big Ben officially retires.
Yep.
Go. Big Ben, man. Shout out to Big Ben. I mean, we're talking about one of the people of our era, which he's been a great quarterback. I mean, came out of a draft class that was out of this world.
Yep.
And was able to sustain and do what he did. You know, we're talking about Tomlin having all these winning seasons. He did a lot of these winning seasons with Big Ben. Big Ben. Tag team together, man. I know we each want to go around and talk about him. Delilah, what do you got?
I mean, he's right. 2 Super Bowls, right? Like,
yes.
You know, he's got 2 Super Bowl rings, 165 wins, 408 passing touchdowns, 8 AFC North titles, you know, and he started his career with the Steelers and he finished with them, you know, and they said that's basically he's the first one in the Super Bowl era to have done that, like that actually spent his whole career with one team. So Big Ben, you've earned that kudos. 18 years in the league, that's not easy.
Absolutely.
So congratulations and enjoy retirement, whatever comes next.
No, that's right, man. Ash, in your household, this guy is pretty big, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a sad day in my house. It was a sad day. That last home game Ben played, it was a sad day. That last away game Ben played, it was a sad day. The playoff game, it's just been sad days.
Oh man, I know it's been a really sad day in your household. If you don't know, Ash's husband, a great man. He is a big time fan, a huge Ben Roethlisberger fan. So, I mean, what would you say about him? I know you probably watched him more than any of us due to the fact that your husband probably has never missed a Steelers game.
No.
What do you say about him?
I don't know. I am not a huge fan of Ben as a person, but you can't not respect what he's done.
Right.
Because like July said, someone who stayed on one team for that long too and accomplished that much. I know Sydney sent me this big long list about number one in Steelers history, and it's got like 40 things that Ben has accomplished. So he's just been amazing for them. And yeah, never had a losing season. I mean, you're in the league for that long and never have a losing season. That's pretty amazing.
Come on. That's amazing. That is amazing to be in the league that long. I mean, and he's got rings. Come on now. I mean, and he's got rings.
And you know what? Everyone said, like, Ben's the problem, Ben's the problem, Ben's the problem. He was not the problem the last 2-3 seasons. I mean, he wasn't in his prime, but I don't think he was the main problem. There were a lot of other problems.
I absolutely don't think so. He was hurt. I felt like they forced him out a lot. Forced him out, because even though he was injured and needed some time probably to rest, he just couldn't. He was the backbone of the team. I mean, they couldn't sustain without him. I mean, we saw how it went before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so, Katie, what about Ben Roethlisberger? Come on, what do you think?
18 years in the league is a lot. He's taken a licking and kept on ticking, and it's time for him to spend time with family, and I totally get that. We know another quarterback who's contemplating this right now, and we're not talking about him. But kudos to him. I mean, that's a long career in the NFL, especially since a lot of people are retiring sooner because of all the head injuries and everything that they sustain. And
right.
I mean, the thing is, Mason Rudolph couldn't get it done, and so hopefully they look elsewhere. But I just wish him all the best. I hope he has a great retirement with his family, but I have a feeling it won't be long before he'll be back as like an analyst on one of the shows. And
already. They're coming for you already.
David, welcome to the club. Sydney, was like not be good.
One of the things, though,
your GM's gone, your quarterback's gone, your defensive coordinator's gone.
Everybody is
he did win one of his Super Bowls in Detroit with the bus, so that's pretty cool.
Sydney's like his first 10 comments are on YouTube.
And then, I mean, he was in a good class with Eli Manning and Rivers. That's been discussed a lot today. So the big discussion was, of course, Eli versus Ben and everything today on a lot of the shows when the news broke.
Absolutely.
So poor Phillip Rivers, he had just struggles in his NFL career. So, but anyway, kudos to Ben. I wish him well.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, this guy's been absolutely in the game. Golly, look at everybody. These comments, man, I tell you. They coming in. Last season in the league and led the league in game-winning drives. He still had it. Absolutely.
Hey, I gave him props. I said he wasn't the problem.
Yeah, you did. And he wasn't, right? There was other things going on.
She said it wasn't a problem. We were her witness. We are her witness. There was no problem. All that talent Rivers had, he wound up with more kids than weddings.
I mean, it's true.
Oh, man. Phillip Rivers got the bad end of the yeah. Oh, man. But that draft class, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Nick. What's up, man?
Hey, Nick.
What up, Nick?
What's up? All right, ladies, we got to get into our amazing segment that we do every single time we talk about women in the NFL. I mean, come on, let's give it up for that. Let's give it up. Hey, we have to ride for each other. If we don't talk about it, if we don't let the world know who's in the league, we will not know. So, women in the NFL, we have a special person that we have today, Sam Rappaport.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Hey, so let's go ahead and talk about it.
All right, so Sam is the director of football for the NFL, so she has a very high profile position. She does a lot for programming to retain, to develop and promote diverse candidates into basically football operations. So people of color, women, just to get them in the door and give them opportunities. What I thought was really cool is she is from Canada, and she was a quarterback for a women's football league there.
Wow.
On her resume, she said what other quarterback could accurately deliver a football 386 miles. So I thought that was pretty funny. Like, look, I'm good, guys.
Let's go.
So how I actually even found out about her was I was looking into the women's career in football forum.
Yeah.
And found out that she basically runs it, puts it all together. So it's just she just calls groups of women and they get together and basically talk football and how to get them positions in the NFL or other football leagues. Because her big thing is like she understands that women love football just as much as men do, that there are just as many women out there as men that love football. They just don't have the same connections, the same opportunities to get into these positions. So her big thing is just giving these women opportunities, getting them connected with the right people, getting their resumes on the right people's desks to be seen. Because it's not that there aren't women out there who are very qualified and would love to have these jobs. It's just they're not seen. So that's her big thing. Last year alone, 83% of the people who went to the forum ended up getting jobs. 79% of them were women of color. So I thought that was pretty cool. So it's not just women, it's people of color too. Just the people in color who have gotten jobs has increased over the last year too. It went from like 25% in 2019 to almost 80% in 2021. So that's good. We're doing good things. We're getting there.
Absolutely.
Yes. I don't know. I liked her message. She said like the whole point of this forum, like she wants it to be obsolete. She wants this forum to not even have to be a thing because she just wants women to be so prominent in the league that we don't even need to have this conversation anymore. We can just be like, wow, that's amazing. So I thought that was pretty cool. She has a podcast called Earn It, the NFL's Forward Progress, which I thought was interesting. I'm excited. I'm going to listen to it now. That is with Jane Goodell.
Yes.
So I thought that would be cool to listen to. I didn't know that, so I'm excited to listen because I'm sure they talk a lot of great things about women and opportunities in the league. And then that was pretty much it. The other thing I thought she said was that like having more women not necessarily encourages more women to be interested or get into football, but it shows them the message that you can if you want to. Because before it was like all these women are interested. It's not lack of interest, it's lack of thinking you can do it. So I think it's good that there are more women in the league showing women that, hey, this is an opportunity that you can have, that you can do. Because before, I mean, when I'm a few years ago watching football, I'm like, oh, females can never do that. There's no females. Females don't belong in the NFL. But now you're seeing all these women. It's like, no, you do belong there. So I thought that was cool.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you don't realize it can happen until you see it. Mm-hmm. For a long time, we haven't been able to witness any women in the league. So we got used to not ever seeing women in the league and thinking that it probably would never happen.
Yes.
But as you can see, we have women paving the way. Delilah, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, the fact that they have a podcast, I'm going to have to listen in on that too, because, I'm sure that they have a lot of stories.
Yes.
Right? Because breaking into an industry that's male dominated is never easy. And so I'm sure you have to wear a suit of armor, right? Yeah. Because it's, you have to kind of break through that door and set the tone and demand to be respected because
absolutely.
And so I'm interested to hear her experiences, with elevating, right? Growing, moving around in those, spaces. One of my favorite quotes from Michelle Obama was that what helped her when she was surrounded by only men is that she realized she was actually the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, like she was like, yeah, you're in here surrounded, here I am, a woman, and not only a woman, a black woman, and then you're listening to these lawyers talk, and then basically she's like, in my head, I'm like, but I'm smarter than all of you, and so that's what, and so sometimes that's the kind of mentality you need. It's like you're either as smart or better, right? And so it's like
Absolutely.
that's the thing, that when you listen to a lot of women who mentor women to go for things, that's what they always say, right? They're like, you don't know if you don't ask, right? You don't know if you have to be a little bit more vocal, which obviously that means we have to step out of our comfort zone, because
Absolutely.
we've always culturally we've been told to defer, right? But now it's like, no, we got to move forward and be like, no longer are we in the shadows. It's like, this is what we want. Here we are. This is my qualifications. And if you are rejecting me, why are you rejecting me? It's like, it's always asking that question. Like,
what is the reason?
Right?
Like, Katie, do you have anything to say on this subject?
Yeah. Like, one of my favorite females in all of history, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, said, "Women belong in places where decisions are made."
Yes.
And I truly, truly believe that more women need to be in those decision-making roles. And just like when we got this female vice president, people said, wear your shoes, glass ceilings are going to be broken.
Yeah.
I'm all about shattering glass ceilings. I'm all about bringing women power. I'm all about the feminist movement, if you don't know that about me. So anyway, I believe more females means better things.
Absolutely.
Better. The more females we bring into the league, the more females that we see on the sidelines as refs, coaches,
right,
executives, owners, GMs, whatever. It's going to be good for this league.
Exactly. What's interesting is, like, women empowerment also elevates men. And I don't think people realize that, because what it does, it means that you don't have to be the stereotype anymore, right? That idea of toxic masculinity is out the window, and you're able to express yourself in the way that you want. So it's not even just about women itself. It equals the playing field, meaning, like, if this is not the role, or, the role you wanted for yourself, if you saw yourself in a different manner, like if you are more of an artsy person, if you are more into, like, what stereotypical women, like more sensitive and, like, right, like the sensitive attributes and all of that, it equals a playing field. It means that you're also able to expand your horizons and your thinking, and try things that you
ideas.
So
absolutely.
So let's do it.
We talked about Sam Rappaport today. This was
all right.
Man, as you know, every show we will be bringing you somebody else different about a woman in the NFL, and we hope that you enjoyed the segment. But the next thing that we do every show, we have to send out some positive love by doing a cause in the NFL. A cause in the NFL, something that truly is impactful to us. And these foundations that we find really have a meaning, like they're really important in the world. And we just hope that you guys enjoyed this next one, because we'll be talking about the Dan Marino Foundation. And we have something special for you guys. So we're getting ready to play a video. We hope that you guys enjoy it.
Give me a second. Oh, I also I want to invite our special guest for this one too, because
absolutely, gotta have our special guest.
The guy on the show.
Hello, lady.
Hey. You look so good right there in the middle of us.
Didn't we say we're all about equality? Hello.
Can I just say I've always wanted to be in the middle of four women. This is beautiful for me. I love this.
Watching, right?
Yes.
All right. We're going
to very excited to see you too.
But we're ready to play the Dan Marino Foundation. We hope you guys enjoy it.
All right. Well, let me just do a little intro real quick, just so the video makes sense. What the Dan Marino Foundation actually is. So basically, Dan Marino, not only is he, I'm not saying, because I know that became like an argument, I don't agree. I'm not saying that he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I remember that happened in a different show. But what I'm saying is He deserves his flowers, right? He did his thing in his time, so he definitely deserves that, right? He is a legend. Okay, so I'm gonna give him his flowers in that regard because he did earn it. But besides that, he also had a child that was born autistic, and 30 years ago, autism wasn't obviously really, people didn't know really what it was, right? There really wasn't a lot of outreach. There wasn't a lot of information about, people that were on the spectrum. And so he decided to create this foundation 30 years ago in honor of his son. And basically their mission is, for 30 years, the Dan Marino Foundation led innovation and charge with the mission to empower individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities. In 92, he created this foundation because he found that 1 out of 7 people in the U.S. is diagnosed with some sort of developmental disability. And a few of the things that he created is, one was the Marino campus, which prepares young adults with autism and other developmental disabilities by helping them obtain necessary skills through a unique post-secondary opportunity, right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions about people who live with special needs, and a lot of people actually can live and work in the real world. And so one of his programs actually prepares them, right? Like prepares them with the skills that they need so they can have that opportunity. The Marino campus, which is almost like, a little college campus, also does that so that you can actually feel what that means to go to a school, right? You go and you take courses. They're going to give you the tools that you need to kind of help you get that going. Then they launched EduX, which is an online initiative because obviously not everyone can come to the brick and mortar. So then they also created an online option that also supports young adults with special needs to kind of obtain these abilities and also take courses and get the tools that they need to be able to go out there in the world. For example, they teach them how to go on job interviews, right? Because that is a skill that even anyone needs, right? Like you need to learn what is a job interview, how to talk to your interviewer. So they also make sure that they support long-term challenges of population that with finding employment. And so that's some of the stuff that he does, that the foundation does. They also have a tech piece where they're teaching a lot of the students that go there STEM and STEAM, right? Like robotics and this amazing, like advanced technological stuff. And so a lot of amazing programs, but all right. So now I can kind of show the video because I just had to give you a little intro to what it is so you understood what you were watching. Okay, let me mute myself because I know that was the first rule. Thank you, Sydney, still for that. Sorry, my video cut off. Let me get it right back. Sorry about that, guys. I had it and then it shut off. Okay, here I go. One more time.
Nice.
Wow, that was amazing. That is
Right?
absolutely amazing. I mean, such a beautiful cause. Such a beautiful cause. And like you said, Delilah, I mean, people can be taught anything and they'll be able to be taught, IT, and they'll be able to taught, to have people skills. They just have to be taught. And that's just such a beautiful foundation because like you said, it touched home for him because he has a child. And
Right.
man, that was absolutely beautiful. What do you think about it, Sean?
I love that. January marks my 12th year working actually with adults with mental disabilities.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, it's second nature. And my uncle has a disability, so I've always lived with it. So seeing that video, I don't want to become the crier, but it got a little choked. I definitely got choked up, man. But I think the biggest thing, stigma around people, those with adults with mental disabilities, is the fact that everybody puts so much time we have to teach them how to get acclimated with society. But the thing that doesn't get taught is us people that are of sound mind need to be taught how to deal and how to be patient and how to work with those who are in those type of situations, because the automatic thought is, oh, they're mentally retarded or they have this way or that, when they just see it a little differently. It just takes them a little bit better. And sometimes I can enjoy being with them and the patience and the way that they could figure it out, the ingenuity, better than I could be with people that are saying, on a normal level, as we call it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've learned so much in working with adults with mental abilities. So the fact that he had this, and in 1992, when it was still, kind of taboo to be dealing with it, I think it's huge. That was beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing that on, because that got me.
And John, you hit it right on the head when you said that. It's like, they're prepared. They learn and be prepared to be in this world. But we as other people, we need to understand that we need to accept them in this world. Just because you see somebody who has a disability or may not talk like you or act like you, that doesn't mean that they aren't a capable person. They aren't somebody who deserves the respect just like you. We have to be the ones to accept and acknowledge that
Absolutely.
that we can do as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I wanted to say that this touches me because I have a brother that was born with a developmental disability, and unfortunately, he's not at the capacity where he can learn a life skill. But that's fine because he's much loved. Trust me, and taken care of. His healthcare workers, we love them. We always take care of them too when we visit because, anyway. But what I like about organizations like this is because obviously they're teaming with educators, right? They're teaming with businesses and companies in order to build that road. And that adds to exactly what Sean is saying, which means that they're also educating these companies like, hey, they're taking these job skills. Like when they come on, like this is what you need to understand, right? Like, you know what I mean? So I love how copacetic it is because obviously industry leaders that are beginning to be participate in these programs to hire a lot of these graduates, right? So that they can also feel, because basically everybody wants to feel useful. So it's not even about the fact about like the job skills are great, but to feel useful, to be in an office, to be around people, to joke. Yeah, to feel accepted. And you know how we joke around with our coworkers, that kind of stuff. Like, look at the smiles on their faces, right? Because they feel like, here I am doing something and my coworker is talking to me. They're appreciating what I'm doing. I mean, it's nothing but love. Go ahead, Kate. Sorry.
It's all right. No, I actually worked with a lady when I worked in clothing retail for 10 years. She had 2 highly functioning autistic children. And what was really cool is like they let me see through their eyes that they can do anything they put their minds to.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And what was really cool is one of the boy, her son, worked at Chili's and rolled the silverware for Chili's and then once they saw his potential and how well he did that, they just kept moving him up and up to where he became like a host and sat.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Oh, that's
and
great.
Just got to talk to them, and everybody loved him. Everybody loved Kyle. And they were like, "Oh, Kyle's not working today," and Rachel, and Rachel, her daughter, she was also highly functioning, and she came in and helped us at the store a lot, and like she wanted to always dress the mannequins. So some days we let her come in and help dress them, and she did a beautiful job, and she was very capable. She ended up working at a bakery because she likes to bake. So she went to work for a bakery in one of our hometown bakeries, and is doing fabulous there. They actually love having her there. And just because you're born with something that others would think would be a crutch, it can be one of the best things ever, because they both have taught me a lot, like patience. They've taught me how to just breathe. Like Rachel would be like, "Kate, why are you so stressed? This is so much fun." You know, she taught me a lot. She taught me to smile and laugh and be wholehearted. Kyle taught me to joke around more. So these two young adults, they're now in their 20s, have been we're a very big bright spot to me. And it was pretty cool to just see life through their eyes. So give everyone a chance. Give everyone a chance to do something in this world and be part of society.
Yes.
No matter what is going on in their life. I mean, and no matter what you think their disability is, they can be a very big part of our society and be bright spots.
Absolutely. They matter. They're not like how society deems them as like unnecessary. Like stop it.
Absolutely.
So I love it. All right. Ash, did you say anything?
Ash,
we want to hear from you.
I love this cause. I love anyone that's willing to work with special needs. I worked with developmentally disabled people. I managed group homes for like 6-7 years. And then my brother has autism. He's super low functioning, very high behavioral. And even just looking at him, you might think, oh, well, he's not going to be able to do anything because he has a plethora of things that are disabling him essentially from being able to do things. But he can do a lot. When I worked in the group homes, all of our clients were pretty low functioning. We didn't have a lot of high functioning. And even the staff sometimes would go to load the dishwasher for them. I'm like, no. He is able.
Exactly.
I think people just look at these people and think, oh, they can't do anything. Exactly. They're not gonna be special to society. They're not. And it's like, no, these people are just as able as us, and they have feelings just like we do. So I think it's great to get them out in the community, integrated in the community. I know in the classroom we do our best to.
Yes, we do
the least restrictive environment. I think the same thing needs to be happening for these adults, to get them out in the environment and to get them integrated with everybody else. One, so they can learn life skills and be productive, but also, like Sean said, so the public can get used to seeing these people and have a higher respect for them. Because right now, the respect is just not there from a lot of people. People want quick, fast, whatever, and it's like, no, you need to slow down and realize these people can actually be super beneficial. And like Kate said, can teach you a lot. I learned so much for working with these people, and they didn't even know they were helping me in ways they were. So I love it.
What do you think? What do you think, host Janae?
I think it is absolutely an amazing cause. I actually I've known Sean forever, and I've known what he's done forever, and he's just absolutely amazing. the people that he has worked with and work with, they feel like Sean is like their brother, their best friend. I've seen the just the bond that he's grown with it's work, but for Sean it's not work. It's like they really are family.
Yeah.
They really are family to me, and I really value that, and I value the people that take the time to work with people who may not have all of the abilities that we do, but they're willing to stick it out and work with people because they know that they have potential. They see that these people are just like us. We are all human. We are all a beautiful body. God created us beautiful, every single person. So because you have ability does not mean that you're different than anybody else. You are just as special as me, as anybody else. I mean, shoot, we all have our own things, but at the end of the day, everybody is special. So I really, it's home because
I love it.
My wife works with children that are mentally disabled. My aunt, she just retired from doing what Sean does, working with adults. I just really value the people that take time to really reach out and give back and just show love.
Yo, and I mean, while we're on here, I definitely want to. This past June, one of the guys that I'd actually been working with for 9 years passed away. His name is Michael Cullerton. He's a big Golden Girls fan. So thank you for being a friend. And I mean, if you don't mind, Janae, I have a quick little thing. Is on here.
Saturday morning, football is back. There's a whole gang here.
So R.I.P. Mike. R.I.P.
I'm gonna cry.
God, you guys are gonna make me cry every episode.
I'm an emotional person, you guys.
Man, rest in peace.
That's so worth. I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
All right. That was heavy.
Yeah.
Have to move on.
I know you're gonna hit us like that.
Is that who your Facebook picture is, Sean?
Yeah, that's my Facebook picture.
Oh man.
No way, understand it.
Hold it together, because if the waterworks start from me, it's not stopping. So I got.
Man, but people are definitely showing love to Michael, man. That's man, such a
my other boyfriend.
He had to have so much fun with you, and I know living through those moments with you is really what matters, because you celebrate people while they're here, and you did all that you can do. And as his brother, as his friend, you worked with or worked for him basically, but we know that you guys were super close, and man, that was beautiful.
Hey, real quick, one quick story that I told him for a while. I was working with him for a while, and I kept on, I had a fiance. And so one day he said, I want to meet your fiance. And I said, well, she's busy today, but I can show you a picture. He said, okay, that's cool. So I showed him a picture, and he looked at me, and he looked at the picture, and I said, what's wrong, Mike? He said, she's white. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I thought she was going to be colored. I said, Mike, you can't say that. But we had a laugh about it. And the funny thing is, there was times when I would sit there and I'd just be stressed, and he can read it on my face. And then he'd be like, what's wrong, buddy? And I'd be like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just stressed out, this and this. And then I walked upstairs and I heard something, and he would be like, wow, like that. And I'm like, Mike, what's wrong? And he said, you're sad, so I'm sad.
His smile is priceless.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Brighten up a room, man. Brighten up a room.
So
that was absolutely beautiful, man. That was just super touching. Man, check out the Dan Marino Foundation. Please take a look at it. If you guys enjoyed it, we know we enjoyed it. We know you guys will too. Check it out. If you would like to donate, I'm pretty sure there's something on there that you'll be able to donate. But what a wonderful cause that we got to do this week, guys. That was awesome. Tune in next week because we'll have another foundation for you to learn about and another women in the NFL. So we have to move on. This is a hot topic right here. All right, official head coach and GM moves, which there are a lot of, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of moves are being made. I'll go ahead and start with one. We did hear that Sean Payton is officially stepped away from the Saints. The New Orleans Saints have not only in the last 2 years lost Anthony Davis as a Pelican, now they have lost another great in their organization. They have lost Sean Payton, which is crazy, guys, because he still has some years on his contract. What do you guys think is up with that?
He wants to come to Dallas.
They actually
All right, keep taking me off.
They're saying that Jerry Jones needs to contact him.
Hey,
lie to him.
Apparently,
Stop this blasphemy.
It was
On the
already
yacht. Let's go.
back in 2019. When the Anthony Davis thing went to the Lakers. They weren't willing to lose both big people, so they took back the deal. There was a deal on the table between Dallas and 2019. So maybe, but like I said, there is some years on the contract. Delilah, what you think about that? I mean, if he goes somewhere, somebody's going to have to give up a pretty penny.
I don't know. I feel like he's going to take the season off. I'm not saying he won't come back to coaching or something else, but I don't know. I feel like he'll take that season off and people and because especially like if they're not going to want to pay his contract, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like no one wants to like double dip. Obviously, it's not going to keep people from reaching out to him because people were reaching out to Jim Caldwell. He's been retired for how many years now?
Yes,
so
yes.
So like, so it's going to happen. They're going to reach out to him, but I feel like he'll take it maybe not a year, but I feel like for the next few months, you probably are not going to hear what he'll be doing, right? What he actually decides to do officially, whether it's just straight up retire or maybe he'll bounce back in some capacity. But I think for right now, he's just going to be like taking whatever time he needs to really decide what he wants to do.
They're going in on the chat here. They're going in. I can't even keep.
God help me.
God help me.
Yes, David.
We need to go get him.
I'll give him everything. Take it all.
Can I just say real quick?
Yes, Katie, what you got to say?
Sean did say he plans on taking 2022 off of the season.
Right, see? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So as much as y'all want Mr. Payton, I think wants just some time off. Oh, look at you, Sean. Do you think he should be the Redskins head coach?
Look, we're fine with Rivera. I just don't want him going to Dallas. Okay? No.
Here we go.
No. If
Maybe
you
not this year. But
Rivera,
next
We'll
year.
just sit in the background.
Not going to let him take his time off. Okay, let him take his time off.
1 year.
we have other news around the NFL. Other news. Delilah, what do you got for this week? Some head coaching moves, GM moves. What you got?
Well, my team finally, for the first time in its history, hired a black GM. So, that's a step in the right direction. We've never, So, and he's qualified. So it's not like he didn't come from nothing. I always hate, because it always sounds like, it's just a diversity hire. Ugh, I hate that term, by the way. But he earned that, right? He spent years with KC and worked his way up from different positions, scouting personnel, right? Worked his way up. And so he earned a spot. And so, just hired. I at least understand how development works. So I'm not expecting anything like crazy to happen right away. Like that's impossible. Like some sports fans drive me crazy. So it's going to take, some trial and error, guys. So just give him a chance. He hasn't even started. Really, he's just been hired 2 days ago. And I know people are questioning why we hired, a defensive coordinator as a head coach because of Justin. And it's almost like people forget there's other defensive coordinators that have been given chances as head coach and have been successful. Tomlin is one that comes to mind. People forget way back in his heyday, before he was given that position, he was defensive coordinator, right? And so I feel like
Dan Quinn, he did really well with Atlanta.
So all I'm saying is I'm going to wait and see. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, like I'm going to wait and see who he hires around him. The fact is that the condition of Ryan Post coming is that he's going to make the final say in the head coach and a lot of the coaching positions, because he wasn't going to come in here as just a figurehead. It wasn't going to be that kind of stuff anymore. And so this is who he chose. This is the guy. I don't know what Eberflus said in that interview, but obviously he impressed him in some way, because the next day we know it's like, and he re-interviewed a lot of the other coaches that had come in already. And this is the guy he went with. So I don't know what he saw, but obviously he saw something I can't see. I don't, Absolutely. And so I'm waiting to see who they build around offensively, or, who they pick as offensive coordinator and a quarterback's coach, right? Who's going to take care of that O-line, things like that. Before we even go to players, we first need an actual coaching staff. Like one thing at a time, everybody, one thing at a time. The other big news, of course, obviously, is that the OC of Green Bay, Nathaniel, is now going to be with the Broncos as the head coach. And so obviously that brings more of the rumors of maybe, Aaron Rodgers following him, like, right? I'm not saying it'll happen, but they're saying, wouldn't that be more enticing to go? Absolutely. Right? To be the Broncos QB, if it's the offensive coordinator that has led you to win like multiple division championships, right? And so a lot of people kind of see that happening more than before. Like, now that's the rumor too. So not only did the Broncos hire a new head coach, now they're wondering if that means Aaron will actually leave and follow him to Broncos. But anyway, that's a few things. Anybody else chime in? Sorry.
Happened. Hey, anybody else got anything that's happened as far as coaching moves?
I just am paying attention to because right now two of my defensive coordinator and my offensive coordinator are being highly touted, Bowles and Leftwich, which right now it seems like there's been a stall at Jacksonville with Leftwich, but I have a feeling that they're going to try to get it done. There's been a lot of rumors that the personnel he wants to come in or might happen there, but I think he'd be a great coach to develop Trevor Lawrence. Quite frankly, he's got a very good offensive mind. He and Tom Brady have worked well together, and he's actually opened up Tom Brady's perspective on certain offensive moves. And so we'll see, but I think both of those two coaches are definitely worthy of head coaching. I'm shocked we haven't heard more about Brian Flores after he left. He got fired from Miami. I was really hoping that the Bears would take him because they also said he'd be the best fit there. But they are talking very highly that the best team for the fit for Rodgers would be the Broncos. And I can see him out there. I mean, he is kind of a grizzly mountain man. Looking right now, the mountains of Colorado is fine with me.
That could work. It could work.
But those are some of the things that I've been paying attention to and finding out. Hopefully in Chicago that he'll be a better defensive coordinating coach than Matt Patricia was for the Lions, because we all saw how that experience worked out. Just because you came from the Patriots doesn't mean you're ready to be a head coach.
Right.
But anyway.
I mean,
very true.
I know what people are saying about Aaron. I'm not saying I said he's leaving to go to Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm
talking about what I've been watching.
Right, exactly. I've seen the same stuff you have. But no, I see it's that David is sitting there making a good point, right? He's gonna go compete with Mahomes now. I get what they're saying. But also, I see why people are saying he'd follow his OC. That's all.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
I'm excited that Dan Quinn is not leaving.
Woo! There you go.
Or Mike McCarthy.
That was.
Why do we invite him?
I'm actually okay with it, only because I feel like one more year, 3 times the charm, and then
one more year McCarthy, so then Sean Payton can come in and fix all our problems.
McCarthy's got it.
We need one more year, like Ash is predicting. We need one more year because Lila just said Sean Payton's going to take a year off.
Yeah, so we're being patient.
Don't worry about our coaching stuff, Sean.
Yeah.
Their coaching.
This is my turn. This is my show.
Well, I think the big one is Leftwich. Byron is being courted by 2 teams. Everybody thought Jaguars was a done deal, and then the Saints were like, nope, wait a minute.
Yeah,
interviewing him too.
And so the Saints are interviewing Byron Leftwich. So, will he be with the Jaguars, or are the Saints going to give him a better offer?
Let's see. That should be very interesting.
That's a good coach, you guys.
Very interesting.
Good wherever he went.
So I guess we'll see. So interesting stuff is happening. All these moving pieces.
Absolutely. Tune in, because next week we'll be talking about it's got to be some things in the mist, guys.
Absolutely.
I feel like this week is going to be a big week. So please tune in next week, because we'll be talking about what's going down. But we got to get on to the special topic, because we need you guys to participate as well. The playoff championship predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you guys know that this week is the week, because if you lose, you'll feel so salty that you got this close to getting to the game. So we got some interesting.
Oh no, she froze.
So we got to get on to it. And we're so glad that we have our special guy on here with us today. So with bold predictions as well. And we want you guys to actually put your predictions in the comments. All right, so we got to start with the AFC. The AFC is coming down to a huge battle between 2 huge quarterbacks that think that they can get the job done for their team. We have the Cincinnati Bengals, who have tried and pushed their way through, who knew they would be here, but Sean is the only one. And Chiefs, we have the Chiefs. The Chiefs are playing the Bengals, ladies and gentlemen, so we got to get it out the way. Kate, who do you think is going to win that game?
As much as I want Joey B and the Bengals, the Chiefs looked dynamite last week against your massive piece of magic. So, I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes was playing with such poison, with such ease, and with Tyreek Hill and Kelsey and the defense and how they just came at it and wanted that win. It would be a miracle to see Joey B and the Bengals win, but I am going to go, you know me, I kind of go off the cuff sometimes and say I picked the Chiefs to win when y'all picked the Bills. So I'm going Chiefs.
All right, we got one for the Chiefs. All right, the Sean Spencer, who are you going with for this dynamic game?
Well, since Mr. Aaron Rodgers is out, I think we can take that title of the bad man, take it away from him, and I'm giving it to this young upstart. Watching you guys have sold me on Mr. Joey B. He's done it once before, beating the Chiefs 34-31 in the regular season. I'm picking the Bengals, baby. First time to get back to the Super Bowl since 1988. Let's go, Cincinnati.
Oh, do you hear the history of how long it's taken to get here? And I do believe, because Delilah was spitting some facts, that this game, if the last time they did this, they actually won, right?
Mm-hmm. Last time they got this far, they won it, and then they went to the Super Bowl 23.
We'll see.
Right. So we will see. All right, Delilah, who you got?
So I want the Bengals to win. So if I want to be wrong, I'm picking the Chiefs, but I want to be wrong. Just putting that out there.
I like that.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
I want to be wrong.
I want them to prove me wrong, but I'm going with the Chiefs just because of the Bengals O-line. If a miracle happened in the last week where they figured out where to place guys, I don't know. Like if something happened where they move pieces around and they've been practicing with a better O-line, I'm gonna have to see it. But that's to me is why the Bengals won't move on. It's that O-line, because unlike their last opponent, any sacks or turnovers from sacks, right, getting the ball back, Mahomes is gonna turn that into points. Mm-hmm. And so that's and that's gonna be the crux for me. So I'm going with Chiefs. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. So I'm saying Chiefs by a touchdown.
Ooh, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting very interesting. We got a 2-1, Ash. What you gonna do? Ash?
I'm gonna go off basically what Delilah said. I'm going Chiefs, but I don't know. I like the I don't even know if I want the Bengals to win. I really like the Bengals. They're young, they're fun, they're good. I think it's gonna be a better Super Bowl game if the Chiefs make it. Is kind of my thought process here. I don't know. We'll see the Bengals again. I just think that the Chiefs are a more well-rounded team, and I think they'll be more fun to watch in the Super Bowl than the Bengals will, just because that O-line is so bad, and you're not gonna go against Ryan Tannehill, glorified Carson Wentz, as Sean likes to call him.
Yes.
Good analysis.
Yeah. I'm going.
I love it. I love it. This is good, ladies and gentlemen. This is good because I may have to just ride with my boy Sean on this.
Woo!
Let's go.
I've never seen
Ooh, all right.
say another team. They're like, the Chiefs, but I really want Cincinnati because everybody really wants Cincinnati to win. I really think that Cincinnati will do great this game. I'm rooting with Kate and Delilah, Kate and Sean on the Kate, you said the Chiefs. No,
yeah, she went with Chiefs.
I want to go with the underdogs. This is usually what Kate does. She goes with the underdog, and I'm thinking that the Bengals could do it. I'm telling you, I really think that they could do it. So I'm going for the Bengals. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw some guarantees up in here. I saw some Chiefs.
Mate, guarantee.
Rams 10. Okay. Rams gonna win by 10 points. Gee. Oh man, y'all making some crazy. I'm really hoping for the Rams. I'm nervous though. Hey, they already started talking about the other game. Oh, since when did the ladies start doing this? That make me crazy. Wow. Wow. Okay, we see how you're coming for us, but it's okay. Got to move over to the NFC side. Ladies and gentlemen, this NFC side is going to be pretty intense. I'm actually really excited because these two teams, they fought, but they're there. Who are you guys going for this Rams game? It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm excited to see who you guys would pick because I really don't know, like, where you guys are going. Delilah, I guess I'll start with you.
Rams. I'm going to go with Rams. I'm not even going to hesitate with that one. Now, I'm not saying that San Francisco ain't going to bring the heat because they did keep Aaron Rodgers out of the playoffs, and that's a damn big deal.
Yes.
That's, so that's huge, the fact that they were able to make that stop. But I just think that, I don't hate Jimmy G, but Maddie's obviously the better quarterback. That's all I'm trying to say. And I know that, now that the Rams defense is healthy, so it's Aaron Darnold is gonna go after, Jimmy G as much as possible. Remember how they were stuffing Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is a different type of guy. He just kind of gets back up. I don't know if Jimmy G's gonna be able to get up from those hits. When 3 or 4 guys are going at you at the same time and stuffing you to the ground.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
and stripping the football. I just, it's going to be a hard-fought game, but I'm going with the Rams.
Aaron Donald and Von Miller coming hungry.
Oh, yeah. Von Miller, yeah, they're going to eat. They're gonna get
I like that.
I'm going to go with Rams by a field goal, though. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Close game. Ooh, Ash, who you thinking about this game? There is a team that I'm a little salty about that's in this game, but, I know you understand that.
14 seconds.
Yeah.
If
this is why we're never gonna invite men on our show. They don't do like this. This is why.
Yes, he's ruining it.
He's ruining the whole show. This is.
I think it's great.
No, it's not.
Someone's got to keep you Cowboys fans humble.
That's right.
That's
humble. Yeah, we lost to the Niners. Again this weekend to the Rams. I'm going Rams.
Yes, we got 2 for the Rams.
All right.
2 people. Kate, what you doing? What do you think you're going for this one?
I like gold and red. I like the 49ers.
Oh!
I like that he threw that interception earlier in the season to a Michigan man named Ambry Thomas. I'm being all sassy, aren't I? But in all reality, I'm going for the upset. I'm going for the 49ers.
All right, that's cool.
I mean, Kittle's gonna be back. We're gonna have Debo's those little hobble offs in the last game. They're fine.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna be playing. I'm sorry, I never got on the Matt Stafford train when he was in Detroit. I'm not on it now.
Okay, gotta be.
Really.
I want the 49ers.
All right. That's 2 for the Rams and 1 for the 49ers. Sean, will you break? Are you going to make this a tie or are you making it a 3-1? What's going on?
Look, I will say this. San Francisco's won twice, and actually I think they won like 5 out of the 6 meetings or 6 out of the last 7 meetings. So they technically might have their number. But look, when Jimmy G is healthy, Jimmy G is legit. I mean, the last time, let's not forget 2 years ago, they were in the Super Bowl after beating Aaron Rodgers. Jimmy G can, they can do it, but a special person in my heart, Miss Catherine Hughes, 1 year ago, predicted, once we heard about the trade from the Lions to the Rams, she predicted that her boy would be in the Super Bowl. I'm standing by you, Cat. Rams in the Super Bowl. It's going to be close, but I think they're going to get over the hump. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. So I got Rams.
Whoa, I was a little nervous, Sean. I was like, wait. You know who you got to go home to. You better pick the right team. You better pick the right team.
Might be sleeping in the bed tonight.
All I have to say is that these 2 teams have definitely fought hard to get to where they are right now, and I'm excited. I did not think that San Francisco would even get this far, but as we said, when they even made it into the playoffs, it was a team that nobody wanted to play because you just never know what they're going to bring that day. I'm actually going to go San Francisco, guys. I want to get the underdogs, man. I want teams that nobody would have thought to even get back. I want it to be very interesting. I think that, but I did know David, he said during our Let's Talk Football show on Monday that it would be a slow game if San Francisco won for the Super Bowl, but I still think it would be a very interesting game if the Bengals and San Francisco got to get in. I mean, nobody week 1 picked these 2 teams to be where they are.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, at least people had a thought about the Rams. People had a guarantee about the Chiefs. But these other 2 teams that have fought their way in are really working hard to sustain. So I'm going for San Francisco.
I wouldn't even have picked them like halfway through the season to make it this far.
Thank you.
Look, let's remember the Rams. The Rams had a shot to knock the 49ers out of the playoffs in the last game of the year, and the 49ers beat them. They were up 17-0 at the half. So boom, one more shot, man. That's it.
We will see. And that'll be a very interesting game. But you guys know that we have to get on to this very special segment that we do on this show. Who was hot this week in the NFL? And we had some dynamic, hot players that showed off, were able to help their team out. Let's get into it. Delilah, who do you have for your hot player of the week?
So my hot player of the week is Gabriel Davis. I've been talking about him for a while. I know the Bills didn't move on, but it doesn't matter. Like, that kid had 4 touchdowns that game out of 8 receptions. Those 4 touchdowns were the passing touchdowns from Josh Allen. He had 201 yards.
Yes.
He's a rookie, and they gave him a shot in this game because their veteran wide receiver was nowhere to be found this game. And the kid stepped up, man. Stepped up huge.
Yeah.
He stepped up big. And in that wild card game, by the way, he had a touchdown. That wild card game win too. He had 2 receptions that game with a touchdown. Yep. And so, like, the kid is, like, legit. Like, I bet you Josh Allen is happy that they drafted this kid. Like, man, Gabriel Davis, seriously. Like, it was crazy. I know I'm not hating on Tyreek Hill. Never. I would never take his flowers. But I'm just saying, like, this kid is young. He's in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's hungry. He's proving that he might be in that starting, he might get that number 2 spot. I don't see why he wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
So, kudos to Gabriel Davis. Sorry, you guys got sent home, but you got a bright future, kid. So
you got a bright future. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was a good first one. Ash, what do you got for your hot player of the week?
All right, I'm going to an underrated position at kicker. And I'm going Evan McPherson from the Bengals. This is why you draft a kicker. This guy is amazing. I love this kid. I've been watching so many interviews on him too lately, and he is just so fun. I love him. So he hasn't missed a field goal attempt since December 5th.
Oof.
He's made +4 field goals in his last 3 or 4 games. So I'm trying to think. So he's, out of 3, he's won. Out of 4 games, he's won 3 of them.
Okay.
This last week, he drilled 3 kicks from 45 yards or more. So he's out there killing it.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Killing
And then he, I've watched interviews on him, and he's just so calm, so confident. And to be so young and just have that like chill confidence already, like that's amazing. That's like, I feel like most kickers want to achieve that like throughout their career, but he's already got that like mentality. His jersey sold out indefinitely too. So he's just, everyone's loving him right now. I like how he was doing his little warm-up kicks right at the end of the game, and he's like, when they had the opportunity to kick the field goal, he's like, well, looks like we're going to the championship. And I'm like, this guy's just sweet. Like, and he said too, he's like, how do you say that? Act all like, I guess we're going, and then get out on the field and not do it. He's like, I had no choice but to do it.
Right.
So
you're right.
yeah. So I love him. That's and kickers are so underrated. Like, the kicker makes or breaks you sometimes. And as a Cowboys fan, I would love a good kicker like McPherson on my team.
Hey, I don't listen. I'm with you.
So I'm waiting. Let's go.
I'm with you, man. I think a lot of us actually understand. Like we've talked about it, like special teams, like they came through, man. They won the game 3 out of the 4. Like right, like that. They came out to the kicker, all right. And we saw that the reason Green Bay got sent home is because their kicker, had 2 blocked field goals, and one of them was run back for a touchdown. So, and Sydney, you're right. This is his year 2. Thank you. Sorry, he's not a rookie. This is year 2.
One more thing about him that I thought was funny. He was doing an interview, and he saw Vinatieri's record is 14 field goals in a single postseason, and he has 8 now. And he's like, I think that's a really cool record to break. And Pat McAfee was actually interviewing him, who's also a kicker. So it was a fun little interview. And he's like, that's a lot more to go. He's like, well, I got 2 games left. So he is like confident.
I like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. McPherson.
Back control.
Kickers are very important. They determine your game. I mean, if you don't invest in a good kicker, yeesh. Yeah.
I'm sorry, David.
All right.
Talk about him.
Who you got going? Yes. Who is your hot player of the week?
I'm going with the guy that has the 2 most annoying family members in the whole NFL. I'm going with little baby goat, as I've always referred to him. Sean knows this. I'm going with Mr. Patrick Mahomes. He threw 378 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. His passer rating last game was 123.1. He just had a great game, played with lots of poise. He didn't care that he was going against the massive piece of magic and the Bills and how hyped that was all made out to be. But I thought it was super classy at the end of the game. Here his team was celebrating, and he just paused, stopped, turned around, ran, dropped his helmet to find Josh Allen and have a very special moment with him halfway during the end of the game and like that really shows to me that even though he's got this annoying fiance and this annoying brother, that he still he's not them, and he's class, and he's got such a good future ahead of him. I mean, look at with Roethlisberger retiring and possibly my man retiring. There's a real true changing of the guard at quarterback right now in the NFL. Yeah. All these young bucks are coming up and taking over this.
Finally. Woo, I know Danae's been talking for that forever. She's like,
I've been hoping for years that weaning out the older ones. I love them, but it's time. Just like basketball, it's time for a new grade. It's time.
So anyway, I picked him because I mean, Sean knows this too because he knows how I follow players. I'm more of a players versus team kind of
for sure.
And I have had a lot of respect for Mahomes. Look how many times he's made it to the AFC Championship and Super Bowls and everything else. And so, I wouldn't be mad if this guy won the Super Bowl this year. I really wouldn't. Because I really respect him.
Okay.
He's good. He does a lot for his community too. His brother
really does.
But...
Absolutely. A lot. All right, Sean. What you gotta say? Who you going for a hot player this week?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna shock you, Katie. This is for you. We all do want to tout these young guys, the Burrows, the Herberts, the Mahomes, and everything. But when you're in the midst of greatness, I think it needs to be appreciated. Tom was down 27-3 in the middle of the third quarter against a team that is no slouch in the Rams, and a team that most of us are picking to go to the Super Bowl, if not win the Super Bowl. Tom calmly brought them guys back, had like 150 yards in the fourth quarter, and had every Rams fan or everyone that picked the Rams sweating profusely. I got to shout him out. And Katie, I got to shout you out because you got tough shoulders, because I think you take a lot of that heat that comes from him. It goes through you, But look, this man is greatness. I love my guy, Joe Montana. And for me to say somebody is better than Joe Montana, it's not something that's going to happen. But Tom, his accomplishments you can't be mistaken. This guy is great. If we are privileged to see him one more year, that would be amazing. I don't want him to win it. But I'm saying if we can see him for one more year, it is something. We are truly living through greatness right now. So, Tom Brady, man, shout out to you.
Now you got me all emotional.
Don't ever say anything nice for you, Katie.
Sean, I've not covered him all season because I know what I get from the people talking about him. So, thank you.
You cover who you want, Katie. Whatever. Like
you're the haters.
Yes. Look, that was some great hot picks, ladies and gentlemen. But I kind of tricked the ladies before the show because I told them I was going to pick another hot player of the week. But I had to go ahead and make this one a surprise because mine of the week will be none other than the massive piece of magic. Man, Anthony, you got me already. Okay, man, I'm gonna get his picture, and then I'm gonna put massive piece of magic right over that.
Oh my god!
Hey, Anthony created a T-shirt for you.
He did not win the game. But I believe one thing that he did, ladies and gentlemen, he showed the world that he is a legit quarterback that can hang with the big dogs, and it may come down to an overtime where you don't even get a chance to touch the ball. But you showed the world that you can keep up with Patrick Mahomes. A Patrick Mahomes that when he's hot, it's like there's no turning it down. There's no putting water on it. And you were able to at least keep up with him when the world didn't think that you guys would be able to keep up. So I'm excited. Josh Allen did his thing. Man, 145 passer rating, ladies and gentlemen, QBR. He's just an absolute beast, and I love him. 4 touchdowns. What a way to go out. I know I was sad, Sean. Don't be taking that face.
I'm a believer. I told you I'm a believer.
Out of all the games that happened this season, that will go down as a remembered game of the season because that had people up all night and wanted to stay up to see who was going to actually win that game. You never knew. Within the last 2 minutes of the game, there were 4 touchdowns made, ladies and gentlemen. So that went down in history. I freaking loved it.
I love Josh Allen. I loved our video chat and you hopping in to be like, whoa, and then like something about happening, you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I get my stuff. Back and forth.
That's a piece of magic, baby. Makes me.
Oh yeah.
What I'm talking about, man. Oh man, we got massive piece of magic in disguise. Buffalo so crazy and look out. Hey, absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to get on to one of our final segment of the show. It's a special segment where we get to just talk, and we really are excited because it's called the Ladies have the final say, which is always beautiful when the ladies get to have their own final say. But today we have a man on the show. It's just weird that we actually have right here in the middle of us that I just
Girl.
Love you.
exuding on the screen. We have this wonderful gentleman right here. Let's do something, ladies. Let's do something a little different this show.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's do it. If everybody can kindly put their mics on mute for a second.
The Shout Out King. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Sean.
The race is not given to the swift.
Hey, Sean. I know you and I have actually had this conversation a couple times this year.
Hey, Sean, Delilah here. I just want to give you a shout of appreciation for bringing me into the LTF fold and family. I never would have thought in a million years to do a football podcast.
Hey, Sean. How you doing, buddy? It's me, Nick. It's your boy. I want the smoke. Give me the smoke.
What's going on, Sean? Nathan here.
So, Sean, I am not sure how I'm going to get the amount of words and the amount of praise that you deserve into a short period of time.
Sean Spencer, how we doing, man?
Sean, what's up, my guy?
Hi, this is Catherine Hughes, one half of that dynamic duo of Let's Talk Football! Okay, all right, couldn't help it.
I just want to first start out by saying that I never knew in my life I could respect and appreciate a Washington football fan.
I appreciate you letting me, my wife, join the family.
This season has truly been one of the most enjoyable ones yet.
I appreciate all the hard work you put in.
Not because the Cowboys lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Just want to give you some love. You're the leader of this group, this fantastic, ridiculous, dysfunctional, but so functional family that we have here, man.
Thank you for taking a chance on me. It's been so exciting to do the roundtable with you.
No, seriously, man, I wanted to take a minute just to really speak from my heart. Man, just to let you know how much you've meant to me over this last year and a half.
Nick, and then our co-hosts that come in every once in a while, Anthony and Nathan.
You know, thank you for giving me the confidence and motivating me to continue my passion of becoming a sports journalist.
And you gave me something to stir up that passion again. And you really gave me something to do, man, outside of just going to work and dealing with COVID.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bruh.
Without you, I really don't know where the channel would be. It's all because of, you know, the little motivational talks and advice and, mentoring me.
Oh, no. I mean, I've lost track of how many shows the man runs at this point.
But I am here to say I think the absolute world of you.
And all of a sudden, one day on Facebook, I see him and Janae chopping it up over a Cowboys Washington game, and I was hooked, man. I got in there, started listening to him.
And I will be indebted to you for letting Janae, Ash, and Delilah and I to have this Let's Talk Football ladies show.
At times, man, it's truly been therapeutic this past year. I know my wife is glad she doesn't have to hear me think. We get a chance to chat every week has been unbelievable, as has been seeing you grow.
We would not be as successful as we are without you. We would not even be a thing without you.
Bringing this whole family together, I appreciate all the hard work you put in nonstop.
Seeing you with your passions and getting involved has been amazing.
Now I have a wonderful show with these wonderful ladies in Janae, Kate, and Ash. So many incredible people in the group chat. I love you guys.
You got a friend for life, bro. I ain't going nowhere. You ever need anything, Cat ever needs anything, man, you guys, please, if I can help in any way, you let me know, man.
I just want to take this opportunity to say I appreciate you and giving me the opportunity to be a part of a great community that loves sports.
To put it into a song that would be most eloquently and perfect for you, it would be Tina Turner's Simply the Best. Because you are the best. In that you've become more than just a friend, you've become my family.
And, iron sharpening iron. So I appreciate you, brother.
Don't know what much more I can say from there, but to say hats off to you, my friend, because you are amazing.
And I just want to say thank you, bro. Much love. I'm very happy to be here.
And I just want to, let you need to know that you're doing big things and we're all appreciative of it.
Sean, you worked so hard to make this thing possible, and we all love you and appreciate you so much. Keep grinding, brother. I'm always here for you, and I will ride this thing with you until the wheels fall off. Love you, Sean.
Thank you so much. So grateful. Can't wait to see what else we do. Thanks again.
And I look forward to many more shows that we do together, man. It's just the beginning, right? We're just getting started, baby. Love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you for including me this year. It's been a blast. Next year, I hope we can do better in the league. And yeah, bro, I love you.
Just want you to know how much we appreciate you. Thanks, man. You're the best.
People, all the interactions every week, they really do bring me such joy, and I appreciate you for making all this possible.
First off, Sean Spencer, I adore you and I love you. And I'm just so thankful that you found other people just like you that love football so much. I have to say, I'm a Spartan, but I don't have as much as love as you do. But I just am so impressed that you have built this family. And when I say family, a group of people that are like-minded in the sense that they love football, but you have pushed people into seeing just the gifts that they have. You are incredible at really taking the time to not only produce a show, mind you, like, look at this. Like, I don't even know how many notebooks of notes about football that Sean has laying around the house. But you have found a way to inspire others. And not only that, you take the time to really listen to the shows, create videos, to text others, to email people, to call people, just to let them know about the gifts that they have and to encourage them. But Sean, sometimes you need to hear the great things that you are doing. And I know that everyone that's part of Let's Talk Football, they feel very blessed to be part of a family. Sometimes may have some arguments about what team is better. Like, I mean, Brady kind of went down in flames. Sorry. But, I'm a Stafford fan. But you are able to also listen to other people's perspectives and point of views. And that's what makes you so special. We are so glad to have you, Sean. And we're so glad that you came up with this incredible idea. And then look at how many other people have joined in all the different shows. And it's because of you. And thank you, you guys, because I don't know if I could talk to football as much as you guys talk to Sean about football. So it's kind of helped me out too. All right. Have a wonderful day. And thank you, babe.
My boy.
Woo! That was good, Anthony. Anthony put all those videos together, by the way.
Yes, Anthony pulled the videos together.
We love you.
We love you. If you didn't know it, you know it now. We love you so much. We wouldn't be who we are without you, man. We would not be these shows would not be here if it wasn't for you. You already know you're a brother to me. You're one of my best friends. I know I can tell you anything. You can hold it in confidence. Not only are you just my co-host, but you really are my brother. And I just want to say on behalf of the Let's Talk Football family, you are a gem in this world. We are all truly just blessed to have you as a person in our lives, just shining your light on each and every person. Everybody knows you in a different way. And as you can see, we all come together because of you. You bring people together. This is what you were called to do. This was what you were born to do. And I am just honored that I get to do a show with you. I started a show with you that has blossomed into all of this because of you. If God did not give me the perfect partner, I don't know. I mean, he told me about the idea, asking you, and I knew that you had the dream too to talk about it, but look what you've done with it. Look what you've done. I can't take credit for any of that. That is all you. God truly blessed me with a gem of a co-host, and I am truly excited to call you my friend and not only my brother.
Aww.
Let's hear from the man.
Boy, look at him. Look at him.
That was our final say. Now it's all on you now.
I'm crying, guaranteed.
Surprise.
Anthony's the one who put that video together. Absolutely amazing. Shout out to you, Anthony, because that was absolutely amazing. Had my boy all teared up. Teared up, man. Sean, what you got to say? Because I know you weren't expecting that. You probably are wondering why the heck we would invite you to our show, because we know we don't send out those type of invites. But we're glad that you joined. We're glad that you had the cojones to get on a show with these beautiful, enticing, and wonderful women. I know that you were a little scared.
Is he muted?
Wait, Sean, get off mute.
Yeah, especially with two Cowboys fans in here. I didn't know what to expect.
How you doing there, brother?
Oh my God. I am truly, truly touched. I am truly touched. I appreciate it. Like, you guys would not believe. You guys got to understand, these are tears of joy. And the other night, Janae, when you just stole my heart with your sermon, it was tears of joy because you guys, I don't talk about it a lot. Kat, you bear the brunt of a lot of the stuff that you hear in the background, but I don't talk about it a lot. But you know, the reason why last episode that you guys did hit me, because when you talked about mental health.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
I was on the edge. I didn't know what to do. Janae, you are my best friend, and you leaving to me, I thought the world was over.
Oh.
But just to know that I have these people, like every one of you, Janae, you're absolutely amazing. Delilah, every single news and update we get is you. Ash, come on now. You go back and forth every day, 56 times if necessary. Kate, Kate, I have never seen one person love Tom Brady, but not just love Tom Brady. You know the facts, the stats, the history. Yeah. David, how many late nights have I talked to you? Bobby, you re-energized me the beginning of this year. Sydney, tomorrow. We're doing a preview show. I started a new one, guys.
Oh, of course.
Big Nick, man. Oh man, I just want to wrap my big arms around you, Nick, because you are truly a gem in this world. Nathan, you have it. You have the gift. If I helped you with anything, it was just like David said, putting a mirror on it, because you're a gem. Anthony, man, if I could do one of the impressions you do, I think I'd be good. Okay, yeah, I am in awe of everything that you do. Okay, if I left anybody out, I apologize. Okay,
come on now.
I can't even. Kat, you know what's funny? Kat said at one point before we did all this, Kat was sitting there saying, you know, Sean, you know, you're always talking to me every day. You don't have any friends. So I said, okay, well then I'll go make me some friends. And now So if you want to know the motivation behind all these shows, it's because now I got a whole bunch of friends that I can go talk to. I absolutely love it. But let me tell you something. I'm just, only thing I am is a bridge. Every single person that is represented in this family has the gift. They have it. Every single one of you. I said that the last show, and I've said that every show I've been on this week. Every one of you could have your own show because you have the gift. And it's not just the love of the game, because that's definitely the prerequisite, but you have a love of other people. Yes. The thing I love about that group chat is that not only do we talk sports and argue sports sometimes, but we also check in on each other. Yeah. Ash, I talked to you at 6:30 in the morning, right? And talking about we chose violence. And what was I doing in between those chats? I was sitting there talking to Sid in paragraph form on all the new ideas we had. Yeah. Katie, I remember arguing with you in my bedroom in a hotel in Virginia Beach. I'm arguing with you about a game, and Kat's like, "Why is the light on?" It's like, I'm going back and forth, Katie. I'm gonna make her. You know what I mean? I cannot express how much I love and cherish each and every one of you, and these shows. That's just me saying thank you to you. That's me saying thank you to you guys. This show right here is farther than my wildest dreams and imagination. I never ever thought that anything like this could be possible, but you guys are breaking. You talk about glass ceilings being broken. You know how many people are watching you right now and saying, "Oh my God, I can do this." Absolutely. That's why we're here. That's it. That's it. And if I do that for y'all, I so appreciate you. I love you. I hope I'm not too much of a taskmaster, a driver, because I love this sport. I know each and every one of you love this sport, and I know y'all love me, and I love you guys, no doubt. I wish we could all be Redskins fans, but hey, not everybody's perfect. So
no, you lost me there.
I am touched. I honestly am touched. I really love and care for you guys a lot, and it means so much because Janae, like I told you, y'all don't understand. You guys talked about last week about mental illness is one thing for everybody, but for men, you have to have that bravado, that toughness, so it's not something that I could open up to from time to time, but even having the ability to have this emotion and be out and you guys not judging me or laughing or, you look at this punk, you guys sitting there and just understanding I needed this. You don't even, I'm going to watch that like 500 times tonight. I'm not going to go to sleep. Thank you guys. Thanks. Look, I do have a final say. And it's going to piggyback off what Ash said last week. And I appreciate you for that. When we were doing this show, or when I was getting ready for this show, I was at work and I was like, oh snap, I'm late. I got to get home. And I started rushing and I started speeding and I started getting back through and I'm like, oh my God, I got to get around. And I was behind this truck and I'm sitting here like, I want to honk. I want to do it. And I felt like God sat there and said, slow down. It's all going to be there when you get there. You rushing and speeding is not going to get it. Okay. I think that's something we need to understand in life. Yeah. We all want to see the end. We all want to see the final picture. We want to see us in their name and lights or whatever, and when we're at the beginning, it's so hard to see that and take that first step. But we have to remember to appreciate things in the midst. Yeah. While we're in the middle of this. I appreciate going through this whole process with you guys. I appreciate watching you guys grow. I mean, Janae, we started off having 2 or 3 people watching. I've watched you. This show hasn't had less than 11 people watching the entire time.
Hundreds of people view this show. Each show, hundreds of people view.
Yes, this is absolutely amazing. Last week I was talking to Bobby and I was talking to David on FaceTime and they were like, oh, let's make a group chat. Let's make something so we can FaceTime each other. I said, all right. And I typed in something else. As you know, and any of you that were on that video call, I had a couple drinks, so I was a little excited. It
was great. Right. It was fun time.
I tried to type something in as the name of the group, and what came out is brush strokes, like brush strokes, and it made me think of most of us, who grew up in 80s, 90s, Bob Ross.
Oh yeah,
the painter.
Of course.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I loved him. I always used to watch him all the time. And the thing that I loved about him the most is that, with him, he always made you, no matter how intricate the picture was, he always made you believe that you can do it. He made you believe that you could take this plain white canvas and turn it into this masterpiece.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you went through, it didn't look the same as what he did. But one of the things that I think that I loved about him the most is that the little things he did in between. He's like knocked his brush off. It's like you gotta knock the devil off, and there's never mistakes, just happy accidents, and all these little things. And then it started to understand brush strokes means we like to see what happens at the end. It's tough at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't miss out on what's happening in between. Don't miss out on those things. Janae, you talked about the trip and talked about going through the rain and the hail and all that stuff. And then you look back and see, don't miss out on going through this stuff, because this is what's building us. We all ask for certain things, patience. We ask for strength. We ask for this. And when you're going through, it's tough. But the thing is, you are being worked on and molded. And if we're doing that, Nathan said, iron sharpens iron. If that's what we're doing, let's mold each other. So we're doing this. We're creating greatness. I might just be the one that's the connector between all of us, but we are creating greatness, guys. So keep doing what you're doing, because let me round applause this show right here, because this show is the best thing I've seen ever. I love you guys. Every one of you guys has got it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
What a way to end the show. What a way. Shout out to our boy, Sean Spencer, who is literally all of our brother. And I'm so glad we're going to give you your roses now so you can smell them and know that you are super important in our lives, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way the show is ending on this high note. I am super excited, man. What a way to end it. Man, if you want to see us, tune in next Thursday, 6:30, same time. We cannot wait to see you guys. And we may have a little special guest tuning in. So we would like you guys to tune in to find out who that special guest is going to be.
And it's not a man. No more men.
Man,
No more men.
Oh, hey, look, all my men out there. I'm breaking the glass ceiling for us, guys. Yeah.
Representation we're going to have for a while, unless we choose to invite some of you guys. We like some of y'all, but not to be a constant thing. But hey, we truly enjoyed it, man. We are signing off. We want you guys to tune in next week, but truly excited that you guys joined us today. All the comments, we'll get to all of them. We couldn't get to every single one because you guys write so fast.
Really.
Thank you for participating in the show. We love you. We can't wait to see y'all next time. And tune in, because like I said, something special is coming. So see y'all.
All right. Woo.
Woo! Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man on the next so fine. Kurt Cobain.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.